The atmosphere is thick with a heavy VHS grain and a confidential watermark as a low-frequency hum vibrates in the background, setting a tone of unease. A slow-motion, zoomed-in shot reveals Beerus smiling during the heat of battle, his expression far from the strain of combat. The narrator's voice breaks through the static, challenging the established lore. They told us it was a stalemate. They told us Goku had finally reached the level of a god. But what if the battle of gods wasn't a fight at all? What if it was an audition? The camera lingers on a frame at the 3-minute mark, pointing out that Beerus isn't panting or bleeding. He's simply waiting. The scene shifts into the experiment framing, where the narrator welcomes viewers back to a series dedicated to tracking anomalies. The focus turns to Universe 7, dissecting the claim that Beerus used 70% of his power. A digital scan cuts through the footage, using red lines to trace shockwaves, as the narrator suggests the physical evidence proves he wasn't even using 1%. The investigation deepens into the universal collapse threat, noting that, while the punches were said to be universe-destroying, the energy didn't dissipate outward. Instead, it was being contained, not by a struggling Goku, but by Beerus himself, manually dampening the physics to create the illusion of a struggle. As the evidence mounts, the visual zooms in on Beerus's pupils. He isn't looking at his opponent, he's glancing at Wise. Every significant blow from Goku is followed by a check-in with his handler, suggesting a choreographed sequence rather than a raw battle. The narrative posits that this was a psychological test to see if a Saiyan could be controlled by the promise of divine power. A glitch transition leads to a shot of a smiling Wise, building toward an open loop. If Beerus was lying, what was his true objective? The scary realization isn't his restraint, but what happens when the experiment concludes and a Super Saiyan God is no longer required. The screen finally cuts to black with a signal lost message, leaving the audience to question if they caught the whispered secrets between God and Angel, or if it was all just a glitch in the transmission.